this computer.
Recording in progress. We're back. We're back.
Um, First and Zen, shout out the best. If you want nicotine in any shape or form, don't go and kill yourself with cigarettes. If you
Nope.
want to kill yourself the right way. Do it with a Zen. Zen, the nicotine choice for you.
Your Department of Health or whatever his official title is, RFK. He is strongly promoting the Zyn product. He
They're
actually
coming out
posts.
with alternatives. I know, our sponsor really should be reeling a little bit. There's been investments by Josh Allen himself in a nicotine patch.
Yep.
Tucker Carlson, nicotine patch investor or nicotine pouch. Sorry, excuse my language there. But yeah, there's a lot of competition
There's a
out.
lot of competition in the market, as noted by the recent fire sale of Zyns. They dropped their prices down from about $8. You can now get one for 4.95 at
Uh,
most gas stations.
it's the two for special, Jim.
They
It's the
got
two
two
for
tours.
special.
They got
It's a
all the
two for.
specials. Didn't you say somebody handed you a free can of Zyn the other day
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
game?
no, no, that was on the
They hand
way
them out
on the
like
way to
Halloween.
the rookie draft for the Dynasty League. I was handed a Zin by an Indian gentleman and said, he just opened it up, said, "Hey, would you just try this?" I'm like, what is in here? Is this laced? What are you trying to do?" He's like, "No, someone, gave us some fake Zins and we just want to make sure it tastes right." And I popped that pillow in. Of course, it was my favorite flavor,
Yep.
citrus. Citrus, nice and yellow, 6 milligram, has a nice green circle around it. So, it's not the bitch 3 milligrams. And
Beautiful.
surely enough, it was great. Just great, great pillows. Get them in there, put you to sleep, make you feel nice. Pop one in Saturday, Sunday, fuck every day. I throw in every day during work.
Yeah.
It's the
Some
only way to
there
get
there
through.
some say they're antidepressant, which you as a 12th place right now might need to throw in a couple of
It is.
sixes. So
I would say I'm sleeping on a pallet of pillows in
you
the
need
Zen.
it. You need it. So
Wow.
we'll go through just a little rankings. Not our official power rankings, which I'm sure you guys are all dying to hear. That'll probably wait till week 3 or 4. But we'll just go through just the league standings right now, which is interesting. We got four 2-0 teams, we got four 1-1 teams, and we got four 0-2 teams. So not as much parity this year through the first 2 weeks as we've seen in the past. But what we have seen is week one was a weird week. It was low scoring across the board. I think there was only one team in the hundreds week one. For a perfect example of this, Braxton scored 67 points week one. He was the low score of the entire week. Then he turns around week two. Week two felt a little more normalized, a lot more high scoring. Braxton's good high point. Jamar Chase,
We
that's what
had
he's
the
supposed
Jamar
to be.
Chase situation coming
Yep.
back.
Yep.
I'm trying to look at the squad here. Javonte Williams, man, if that guy keeps up what he's been doing, that's a huge steal, which no one saw that coming. Everyone was already out in Jaden Blue as the starting running back in Dallas. But
Bucky looked great.
I think
Bucky looked good.
Bucky looks great. I mean, we saw
And Devontae Bucky ran over the Texans to kind of close out that
just
game.
abysmal. I think they averaged like 6 or 7 yards per carry. What Coops?
Bucky's looking great. And then the
What?
probably the steal of the draft, James Cook, which
Now he's
we're
on.
recording this right now as the Thursday night football game's going on. James Cook's already got 15 points. Brax drafted him as the overall running back 14, and he is right now RB1. So Brax looks to have a pretty good steal. Probably, we were debating between steal of the draft between Cook, who went in the third round, RB14, or Tucker Kraft, who I believe went in the 10th to the Trumpsters. And Tucker Kraft is the tight end one right now. So Braxton's team, across the board, Jawan Johnson, another guy that I think he picked up off free agency. Braxton's team's looking good. He's in what, fifth place
Old
right now.
Keenan Allen. Don't did you already bring up Keenan Allen?
I didn't bring up Keenan Allen. That's another guy.
And he's got Godwin just sitting there on ice, just ready to pop in.
Yeah, so Brax is I
Every year, guy
bullish.
doesn't come in with one cheat sheet, not
He
one
doesn't need
stat,
it.
probably any knowledge. Guy just knows football. Guy just
He
knows
just
ball.
he
He was a
just
great
knows
football
ball,
player
goes on
himself. Guy
field.
just knows football. He knows talent. Great
He
evaluator.
does. And
Maybe
then you
he
got
should be picked up in one of the, someone's scouting department. I don't know. Some of those teams who just seem to fuck up on the drafts every year. This guy's got an eye. He's got a knack.
got an eye for talent, and Caleb at the top of the list at 2-0, Trumpsters at second. Trumpsters teams looks pretty
All right,
good.
sorry. I'm just getting like initial thought here. Like, look at Caleb's team. Right, you like Jaden Daniels, you like McCaffrey if he could stay healthy. A Chain you like, but then just like the rest of the team, just is. I'm not.
Debo looks good. Debo looks good. Buka looks like a stud rookie
Yeah,
receiver.
I guess you got to get this out of your mind that like the guys who used to run, it's like stuff like for instance, I have DK Metcalf, and it's like on paper, it's like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, DK Metcalf. At the same point, it's like he's not the guy he used to be. So it's like when you look at Ibuka, it's like, oh, it's a new name, you don't really get it. Fannin, new name. Javante Williams, still coming into his own, but like Debo, I feel like personally, I feel like he's over the hill on the other side, but he's looked phenomenal. Like I
Oh,
think
he
he's
looks
always
great.
been a great fantasy talent, and he's gonna get running touches like a running back. It's just been the
100%.
injury, so he has a lot of risk with a lot of soft tissue guys. Like McCaffrey,
We'll see how that plays out about week 8.
Debo, those are soft tissue guys, Caleb. I'm just saying, I'm not I'm not a big bet man, but if I was, I would put a lot of money. There's a soft tissue
You better
in
bolster up that bench quick because it could go bad quick. But I think, going on to Flyboy, the Trumpsters, you know, I think, obviously he had some help again this year, which, I don't want to say that who picked who, but this is now 2 consecutive years since he maybe brought a consultant slash co-manager slash whatever you want to
Harry
call
doesn't know what a Jackson Smith Najigba is. He
it.
thinks that's some sort of African tool that you use, to make a hut with. What is a Jackson Smith
And
Najigba?
and he's got JSN, CD, and Puka, and those guys pretty much putting up 60 points a week between the three of them. That's
I
strong.
that
Not to
is a
mention Tucker Craft.
strong that is that is a strong foursome if I've ever seen one. CD, Puka, Tucker Craft, and JSN. That is and
That's strong.
extremely strong. So like what I get really pissed off is that we had the same draft strategy on how the board laid out, where we're going heavy receiver and punting on running back. It looks right now that he punted and it put downed it right inside the 5 yard line, where mine went right out of the back of the end
And
zone.
they call that the coffin corner, Bob.
Uh, Talk about just fantasy's a little luck. I'll say this, but great choices here. Brees, who
Good
everyone said
start.
fuck Brees Hall, and had him dead in the water. He's looked solid. Now, I think week two shaky, but week one, I mean, the guy is talented. Like, just see what he did in week one. He has burst. Like,
Absolutely.
I don't get some of the hate. Jordan Mason now going to be the starting running back in Minnesota with not only Aaron Jones out, but then you have Ty Chandler. So Jordan Mason, a guy who's not very known for getting pass game work, could very well get pass game work. Then he's got David Montgomery, and oh, by the way, fresh off of domestic abuse, Quinshon Judkins. And so,
Looked good in
look, I
minimum
hate to
touch.
say it again, I like this team a lot.
It's a good
This
team.
is a good team,
It's a good
and
team.
fuck you guys because you'll hear later on in the pod, but picked up Drake May, and I had Drake May on my football team. I think I drafted him actually, and these small benches caused me to make a tough decision, and it was a very poor decision. You will see shortly here in the podcast.
Poor decision.
Switching gears here. We got Battle Bears at 3. Again, not.
That's sexy, but the Battle Bears is
I mean,
known for never drafting
Saquon and
sexy
Lamar.
people.
Like that is that's sexy.
That's sexy. The rest
After
of the
that,
team,
it is not very sexy. Kyron Williams, he was a fade for me at the early part of the year. I think some of our fades were not correct, but I think Kyron Williams could be a potential fade long term. Now, I will say though, his usage, believe it or not, compared to last year, has actually gone up. Uh,
yeah,
I don't know how that's possible because that's just McVay. He sticks with a guy and he goes, but it's gone up somehow. Cortland Sutton, very slow start to the year. Jacoby Myers, goddamn, like this guy is the most consistent. I specifically picked him in the guillotine league because I'm like, you know what? I just need a guy. You lose not by the boom bust guys are great, but a guillotine, you can't have that. You can't have a boom bust guy. And Jacoby Myers is like 12 points, 12 points.
22 targets,
12
22
points.
targets in the first 2 weeks, 22 targets. That's all you need to see. And that, I mean, he's pretty much going to get 10 targets every game.
Yep.
And that's for a fantasy, that's volume is key. Volume is king. And, I think Jacoby is going to finish probably in like the mid-teens overall as a receiver. And that's a solid wide receiver too. The Sutton, we saw week one looked great. Week two, all of a sudden Troy Franklin comes onto the scene. So Sutton could be kind of a boomer bust guy. And then he's got DeAndre Swift in the flex, who's getting a lot of totes early. Chicago,
I like Swift. I think he's got a lot of opportunity in that type of offense. So again, I think he'll get it figured out. So I do like Swift. I like his bench a lot.
yeah,
I
Jalen
think
Warren,
and
Stevenson looked great last
Ramondre is
week.
like again, something we're definitely going to touch on when we get to some of these other guys in Hampton and Genty. But these rookie running backs, Trayvon Henderson was skyrocketing up boards because he took a punt return back in fucking preseason. Like, okay,
Yeah,
that hasn't come to fruition. I think some of these rookies, the dust will settle and they'll be good football
takes a
players.
while to get going. It takes a while to
Um,
get
but
rookies.
that's to be expected here. Switching gears, we got Boss Hog at 4. Um, yeah. Oh, wow. We got double tight end stack this
He's
week.
going double tight end. He's running a little 12 personnel.
I actually really like that tight end stack. Man, can you imagine a team rolling out Trey McBride and Tyler Warren on both sides of the ends?
I love that. I
That is
love that.
that's great. But
And, and Herbert, he's got Herbert on the bench right now, starting J Love over it, which I respect. But Herbert looks freaking
yeah,
fantastic.
what did he finish in terms
Har-
of
Harbaugh is saying, "Hey, you know what? We're going to sling the rock." And the guy that I do question for old Stevie, who he drafted about 16, 17 overall, I think
man,
Lad McConkey is a great football player. There's no doubt about it. But with Quentin Johnston coming onto the scene, Keenan Allen just looking like a 2017 Keenan Allen again, I
yeah,
think the
I'm starting
volume
to
for
think there's
Lad,
there's a lot of mouths to feed.
there's a
And
lot of mouths to feed.
by no means did anyone think that going into the year, because then you had
Keenan,
Lambert.
I don't even know if he was picked
Well, no,
up yet.
Trey Harris doesn't even play. Like he's their
Yeah.
second rounder, and he
Yeah.
doesn't play. But then you're having Lambert Smith come in, you bring back old reliable Keenan Allen, and everyone also forgets about Quentin Johnson, who was a first round pick out of TCU. Like,
Looks great.
man, they have a lot of equity at
Yeah.
receiver. And shout out Harbaugh, man. Honestly, fuck him for this because I have Omarion Hampton in a few leagues, but I'm like, he runs the ball, guys. He's gonna run the ball. This is what Harbaugh does.
Slinging it.
But you know what? Showing what a true coach should do, which a lot of coaches don't do because they just are stuck in their ways and old heads. And we're gonna run my offense the way I run my offense. But no, he knows the talent he has, and he actually truly believes that Herbert is a legit Hall of Fame talent, and his job is
I do too. I do too. I think the guy's one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league. And another guy that Stevie I think did hit with is Adunze through the first 2 weeks. Looks fantastic. Looks like the clear wide receiver one there
he's
instead of DJ
overtaken. I think
Moore.
he's overtaken DJ.
He looks, I mean, DJ Moore just got paid a year ago, but Rome looks everything he was made out to be when he got drafted last year. Last year, he came on the scene a little slow, but now he just looks fantastic. And they're going to give up a lot of points, so they're going to be slinging the ball. And I think Rome's going to be a good player pretty much all year long. So I do like the Odunze pick.
I mean, what a great combo! Like having two tight ends like that in our league. Where I mean, tight
That's
end right
strong.
now, other than like the top 3 or 4 guys, is really a dumpster fire.
It's bad. That's some trade bait there, Stevie. I'm serious. People might be
That's
hitting up your
that's a
line.
huge trade bait. That's some huge trade bait. Moving on here, we are on Golden Nuts. We actually just
We
covered
kind
a
of just
little bit,
covered.
so
We covered him.
we'll skip past that one as we're moving a little bit on time here. Green Jackets. We got what?
Three RB set. Green Jackets is rolling out Genty, Kamara, and James Conner. Um, Three high volume guys. Genty, he just went to the podium after last game and said he needs more touches, which is interesting because
So
he was at about 2 yards a carry. They can't run the ball, but he said, I need more touches. They didn't draft me to not give me more touches.
you bring a good point.
He'll
So
get going.
I've heard this on a podcast where the Raiders had legitimately thought about trading that pick away, where I think it was picked 4 number overall. And, you can essentially move back to 15, 14, somewhere in the teens, and probably scoop up 2 additional firsts or a first and a second, right? But they did. They took Genty. That was their guy. That's what they
Yep.
want to do, especially too. Like it's odd. We're running back. You can find guys everywhere in the draft outside of the first round that are still great talents and turn out to be phenomenal football players, but you're spending that equity there. And to his point, understand again, totally get it. We're like, not a lot of yards per carry. They're also not fucking throwing the football well. The offensive line obviously isn't great, so I don't think you can put it all on Genty. I sorry, there is another stat. He is the dead last in yards before or like whenever you get hit, right? Like so, how many yards you can take a step before hitting into another defensive?
Yeah, he's just getting
And
drilled.
I think it's like -1 yards. Like he's getting
Yeah,
hit within
yeah.
1 yard behind the line of scrimmage. So like I don't think you could put it
And
on.
he's still making people miss. Like, there's no doubt the dude is talented. I mean, you watched the game on was that Monday night. Like, he's still making people miss. I think he'll get going, but the offensive line issues, potentially a problem. And then he also has Tyrone Tracy too. So he's got who Tracy just put up 20 points last week. So he's got four running backs
Whoa, whoa,
that
whoa,
that
whoa, whoa. Where are you getting that stat from? He
Tyrone Tracy.
he had 4.5 points in 7.1.
Okay, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 7.1 incorrect statement. Sorry, I did
Yeah,
not
I
prepare.
was just about to stop him. I don't know what you're watching, but Tyron Tracy's about to lose his job to Cam Scataba.
Who's on my team? So I'm all good with that. I'm all good with that.
But to help out my partner here, he does have Rasheed Rice on the bench. I think is who he was mentioning that
Rasheed Rice.
is
Rasheed
on
Rice.
ice and ready to rock and roll and come in.
Yeah, he
Um,
gets Rasheed back with Amon-Ra St. Brown as the two receivers, and
well,
those
what will
three high
probably
volume.
happen is Kamara or Connor will get hurt. Hopefully, Connor Trey Benson on my bench. And then you throw in Rasheed Rice. So that's a good move. That's a good move. I like that football team. It's a good football team. Kamish, I will take over and then I'll let you do mine. Again, we'll be unbiased. We'll be nice, but I will, I'm gonna be truthful and be honest and be stern with this.
Okay. Okay.
Baker looked great against Houston.
Game.
And with a
Game.
makeshift offensive line. The big thing I think that's really helping him and will help him this whole year is their run game. I mean, I don't know if it's either Houston's run game is terrible. Sorry, my son is playing the piano behind us. Gives a nice, back in the day piano at the saloon. But I think the run game's really going to help him. Jahmyr Gibbs, fine. Jacobs, love that combo. Really, really strong running back combo there. Pickens, I think the jury's out. He had a decent game against the Giants, albeit the Giants. Um, but if they're behind in games, they're gonna be throwing the football. So, could be solid play. T. Higgins worries me. T. Higgins worries me. You got Browning coming in for foreseeable fantasy future. I have T. Higgins in a couple other leagues, so I'm in the same boat, and I don't feel good about it. So you should probably not feel good about that. A little worrisome there. Kelsey.
Still tight end six on the year.
Service.
Still
I
tight
mean, tight end
end.
six. This is how bad tight end six is 11 points and 8 points is tight end six. Total of
Yeah.
19 points is tight end six. So
Dropped a touchdown last week. Dropped a touchdown last week. Could have been back to back
he's
games.
definitely not him. Let's be honest though. He's not. I mean, the good thing is you didn't draft him as Travis
No,
Kelsey.
no. I drafted him in the
So
seventh round.
now here's a guy who's starting to play football. Zay
Zay
Flowers.
Flowers.
Zay Flowers. I will put this on the books. Caleb and I have a great knack for talent guys coming out of the draft again. I feel like we could be. That's why the Dynasty League will be a great team. We looked at Zay Flowers when the Texans needed a receiver and he was coming out of Boston College. Like, Just put on the film for this guy. Put him inside of
Uh,
of a phone booth. You're not catching him. You can't catch him. And the guy looks great. And it's to the detriment too of Mark Andrews, who used to be the only serviceable pass catcher for Ravens. Now it's gone with the tight end and bring in Zay Flowers. So I love that move. Braylon Allen, we're feeling good about him, but I think he's serviceable, right? We're like, you're an injury away. He still catches a lot of.
my bench is just a running back handcuff room.
The bench is not something to write home about.
It's one injury away from being real good.
You are really trying to cover the bases on the handcuffs. We got four running backs and DJ. I don't know how great you feel about DJ Giddens, especially what he did last year coming off. I like Scatterbo, man. Talk about Gruden. Yeah, you just
Yeah,
love his
it's a
Scatterbo.
grinder.
Man, he had that one run where just phenomenal.
Grinder.
Algier, I think he had like 15 carries, 16 totes last week
Yep.
as behind Bijan. They're just running the football.
Yep.
You'll probably get into it when you talk about Drake London on my team, not passing the football. So yeah, he's one injury away from being an instant RB1 lineup block, but interesting move, Tyreek Hill. A guy you were really excited about. And he's not.
Had to have him on the bench. Had to have him on the bench this week. He has never broken 100 yards against the Buffalo Bills and played them 12 times. There's stats and then there's
Right
stats.
now, it's a good play. Right now,
There's
he's got
stats and
six
there's
and a
stats.
half. He's got
Yep.
6.5.
That's
You
why I
got
took him to the bench.
you got Ayuk on ice. So
Ayuk coming back, all of a sudden receiver room's looking really good if Ayuk is even close to what
yeah,
he was. I think my team is needs to just win a couple, steal a couple games early. Week 6 through 14 gonna come on really strong. I really like my team. I think I got two workhorse running backs. Baker's just a gamer. Kelsey's just gonna get 10 a week, which is fine. That's all I need him to get. And then my receivers, they're all positions where they're just gonna skyrocket. So especially when Tyreek gets traded to the Chiefs, it's gonna be beautiful. It's
I don't feel a skyrocket for Higgins. Pickens is
pick and skyrocket. Buy stock
boom
now.
bust, boom bust. Tyreek Hill, you're just praying he gets traded. If he's with the Dolphins the rest of the year, you can kiss it goodbye. But
I need an
I
Antonio
give it
Brown.
a B minus, which is right about where you're ranked. Moving on, Hard Eight, which happens to be at number eight. The King and Josh Allen took a step back last week. That's just because they kicked the ever living shit out of the Jets. So didn't really have to do anything after a major week one and 40 points against Baltimore. He's got 16 and a half right now against Miami. So again, no need to even talk about him. He is who he is.
Allen Bijan. That's a great combination.
That
Allen Bijan.
that's what I was about to say. ETN. He was a huge fade for me in drafts, and I was all in on Tootin or Bigsby. You know,
Bigsby's gone. ETN looks great.
Tootin is coming though.
Newton is coming though.
Whoever's got Rootin' Tootin, that
I would
guy's
agree.
good. I mean, again, he passes the eye test pretty quickly. So, I mean, ETN looks good though too. Like I think
I think both of them can have
probably
a
is a shared backfield. I don't think it's going to be one guy over the other. Also, the head coach there is coming from Tampa, where they ran a two, Rashad White and Bucky. So the receivers in the
suspect.
flex are
Suspect.
big,
Very suspect. Suspect. Suspect.
big problem.
Not good.
Terry
Waddle, not good.
Terry
McLaurin,
McScorin, which is really odd that I mean, surely they're going to get that on track though.
well, this is a classic. It's a tale as old as time. Whenever a player holds out, they always start the season
So slow.
slow. So I think there's some of that going. But I also think old Cliff loves the Debo gadget play, and I think he's gonna kind of run that passing game through Debo, because Debo just has that
Swiss
versatility and
Army knife.
Cliff's fucking loves that. But I think McLaurin's gonna be fine. I think he's gonna be just fine. I don't think he's clearly not gonna duplicate what he did last year, but he'll be fine.
Jay,
Kamara and Hampton, that's one that you mentioned back with the rookie running backs.
I just, again, the guy is so talented.
He is.
I mean, Slater is injured, right? But I don't think that offensive line changed that much. I mean, again, that's a huge, I would say more. I mean, I don't know about Slater's run blocking abilities. I'm assuming he's good. He's an all pro. But I don't think that goes from like a top rushing offense to like what they're doing now, right? Like,
No.
why is it so bad? Especially too, it's like you can do just like you can run the ball to open up the pass. You would think now the pass for them is going to open up the run. You just haven't seen it. Uh,
Yeah, one thing also too, it's some of it's matchup, right? They play against a very tough front seven in the Chiefs week one. They're like, okay, we're just gonna sling it. And then week two, the Raiders front is pretty good too. So there's maybe some of that, some matchup things
yeah,
going on. They play Denver again this week. Probably not gonna be a great week for Hampton either. But he's at least the guy. The thing you didn't like to see is I think he fumbled last game and Najee started to get a little more
he
carries.
did. He did. He did.
One eye Najee was running like a man on a mission. So you might see a little split backfield there.
Only 8 carries for Hampton last week. Oh,
Yeah.
Tootin right here. He's got the handcuff. Nice.
He does have
Done.
Tootin.
Good for you, Dylan. And don't forget, this is big. He's got Xavier Worthy. So,
Yep.
uh, Alec Ayamaner
Guy's good.
happens to be on my dynasty team. Great
Guy's good.
talent. He's question wide receiver one in Tennessee over Calvin Ridley. Don't know.
One the stats would say so.
I mean, the stats would say so.
But Hard Eight, I think he's a bottom tier team. Let's just be honest.
He is. He is. He
He's a
is.
bottom tier team. I don't see this guy making the playoffs. I think if he does, it'll be slipping into sixth seed maybe. But I don't like the long term prospects for Hard Eight. He's probably got to hit the trade phones.
Yeah, you need a couple things to go right. I mean, although you're going to win some football games, just the Josh Allen Bijan combo. Like you're going to win some football games.
You need 55-point weeks from those two guys alone, and the rest of your team can kind of straggle along to get you a win. But I don't like this team being a threat. I don't think they're a threat. I think they finish probably hard eight, maybe at eight. We'll see when the power rankings in a couple weeks.
Amen. Coming in here, number 9, Nave Especial. Patty McThrones. Funny enough, fun fact here. The leading rusher for the Kansas City Chiefs,
Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
Man, a guy who was cast out to the Wolves last year in the terms of fantasy football, where again we're bifurcating between real football and fantasy. Unstartable last year. Unstartable. Phenomenal start to the year, 26 points to 22 points, directly correlated to his feet. These are not designed runs. These are him having
Oh, he's trying to win. He's on a mission.
make plays.
They can't get it done right now. I
He's
think
got a
they'll.
rushing touchdown in every game.
Yeah, that's good. 2 for 2.
That's one of those. That's one of those ones where it's like they just twist it and say he's got a rushing touchdown every single game.
Every game.
Single game.
Every game of
All
the year,
two
he's
of
got a
them.
rushing touchdown.
Chase Brown, a guy I think everyone was pretty excited about at the start of the
Yep.
year. I was excited about him. Uh, not looking good. He's getting the volume that you're looking for. I don't think things are going to be looking up now that the passing attack is most likely going to take a seat back.
Bad passing attack with Brown.
Bad
Bad
defense.
offensive
So
line.
you're playing behind in games. Your only safe haven is he gets involved in the passing game more.
Yep.
And he's only got 3 targets in both games, so not looking hot. Aaron Jones, who happens to be on as a starter for you. By the way, he just got put on the injured reserve. If you want some insight, Schmig, or is this Nave?
This is Nave.
Sorry, Nave. You should consider using him on your IR spot.
Interesting. He's on the IR. Also interesting, Benning. You have an empty bench spot. So not only are you starting an IR running back right now, you just have a bench spot that's just hanging out.
Unused. Just maybe
Not
just
used.
doing some deeper analysis there.
Yeah, let's pick somebody up
complete-
here.
completing some due diligence. It's all right. Nico.
Nico, Mike Evans, and McMillan I think, are going to be solid. I think McMillan looks like a stud. I think he's going to be good this year. Mike Evans, Igbuka's getting a lot of looks, but I think Mike
Hey,
will be fine.
we talked a little bit about Kyle Pitts. I
He
know,
looks great. He
I
looks
know,
great.
like fantasy points doesn't like show a ton, but like watching the football games, and I say watching them, I mean on of course on Red Zone and to the brief flashes they go to, he looks every bit as talented as when he came in the league, and I don't
Yeah,
think like the talent goes away. Like you don't put up 1,000 yards and it's gone. So hopefully they're just putting him in the gameplay more. Like, why would you not throw a fade ball to that guy at least
100%,
once when you're in the red zone every time? Every single
100%,
time.
100%.
Mike Evans just again, he's got 8 and 11 targets. That is going to be fine. He
He'll
drew
be fine.
a really tough matchup in Sting last week.
Yeah,
He's
he'll be
going to
fine.
be fine, and he's going to continue to hit his 1,000 yard season. Uh, Travis Hunter, I am worried about. I mean, in general, both while we're on the topic, Brian Thomas and him, like,
Not good.
I mean,
See
we
that video
need to
of
question the
fucking
elf.
Liam Cohen going like this to T-Law, like hit your receivers in the chest,
We
dude.
need to worry about the elf. I mean, for the
De'Ami
Texans,
Brown, wide receiver one in Jacksonville right now.
yeah,
De'Ami
I
Brown.
get his touchdown in both games, I believe.
Yeah,
Uh,
100% of games.
Zach Charbonnet could be nice, although he took a clear back seat. How the fuck? He had 15 rushing attempts last week
For
for
10
10
yards.
yards.
Yeah. It's not a lack of backseat from a playing time perspective, but Kenneth Walker has been wildly more efficient. So I think Sharps is going to continue to tote the rock, but he has been very bad with efficiency
I
this
don't
far.
like this football team. I don't like this
This
football team.
Benning, he got Jordan Addison coming back, which he probably needs to hit the trade rumors as well because he needs an RB2 bad, and he's got to do something there. But I think this is a bottom tier team as well. I'm a little worried about Benning this year.
I do not like that football team. On to the Schmigasaurus Rex,
Oh,
who
Kaiser Sose. Oh yeah, Schmigasaurus Rex. You're right.
Kyler Murray, very pedestrian.
God, I don't like this team at all. This is a bad football team.
Yeah, Chuba and the Panthers just look out of sorts, although he does have 16. Wow, Chuba's just being pretty involved. Like his rushing is really
He's
in,
good.
but his passing game is keeping him alive.
Chuba's just fine. The Pollard experiment, he's getting the ball.
The
Uh,
volume is there, 18 and
volume's
20.
there, but their offense is just it needs some
If
time
they
to
can
get going.
develop a passing attack, it'll free up the run. It's
Yep.
just going to take time with Cam Ward.
Yep. Yeah,
I
I would
don't I
agree.
don't hate Pollard. I don't hate that combo. The rest of the team, other
No,
than Bowers, is very bad.
yeah. Brian Thomas, as you mentioned earlier,
Dumpsville.
it's not looking good. Again, you got to bet on talent though. I think he'll get it going.
I mean, he had
Keon,
12 targets last game.
yeah, it was terrible. I think week one he had the most uncatchable targets maybe in the recorded history of the NFL. T-Law was just sailing them left and right. He also dropped a critical pass last week that they could have won the game if he would have caught it. So shout out to that because I covered my 3.5 Cincy. Keon Coleman, another guy that it just week by week you just don't know what you're gonna get.
23, 4, and has 3.5 tonight.
Yeah, you
So
just don't know what you're gonna
just a
get.
classic Deshaun Jackson is my favorite
Yeah,
comparison, or Will Fuller. Just the guys who are go for 30 and then 4 points. It's like you drive yourself crazy. Either you're going to try and guess when they do it, and you're probably wrong every time, or you keep them in your lineup and just you're going to win a game because of them, and you're going to lose a game because of them. And it's looking like you're going to lose this one because of them. Nick Chubb start. Oh, love to
yeah.
see it.
I actually like kind of Nick Chubb against Jax this week. I think he finds pay dirt.
Funny enough, the efficiency isn't that bad. Right around about 4.2 yards per carry. And had a couple catches last week. Uh Woody Marks actually, I mean, actually, sorry, Ollie Gordon finally coming to life after seeing 2 attempts, 1 attempt. He has 8 touches tonight, by the way.
Eight
So
touches.
maybe they're finally some of those. You remember that interview that happened earlier in the start of the year, and he's like, "We're not using him." The head coach got all pissed off, and now he's like, "All right, maybe we just rather than just try and tell people they're wrong. Let's actually use Ollie Gordon
Tyreek Hill just had a
and
touchdown.
touchdown.
I'm upset.
Who did?
Tyreek Hill. Fuck. Damn it. 5 for 50 and a touchdown. Just what I needed out of him.
That's totally classic. The one time you bench a guy you would never bench, he scores a tutty. That's just classic.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Say what up, Uncle Teagues?
That's unfortunate. What's up, Coop? That's unfortunate. I do not like to see that. Oh, what's up, Spider-Man?
Mighty.
What's up? 5 for 50 and a touchdown from Tyreek Hill sitting on my bench. I hate to see it.
That is classic.
Move on to Kaiser
Also,
Soze.
what?
Move on to Kaiser Soze.
Yep. Sose, again, by the way, Battle of Dumpsville, me and Sose this week is going to be a real barn burner. Dalton Kincaid has 15 points.
Love that.
Insane. Okay. Good thing is Buffalo has 0. Jared Goff is rolling out this week against Baltimore defense. Tale of two games for Jared Goff, although again,
Packers defense is legit.
but
That's
Chicago's
why.
defense sucks. So
So what do we know? We don't know yet.
we
Jury's
don't
still
know.
out.
Jury's out. Jury's out really on all of that Detroit offense. Like, I mean, the talent's there, obviously, but like how much value was the OC? I think the rest of the season will tell as well as how Chicago pans out.
Jonathan Taylor, though.
JT's look good.
He,
JT's look good.
Danny Dimes got that offense rolling.
Oh, you like Danny Dimes? You like Danny Dimes?
I like Danny Dimes.
Yeah,
He's
keep
got,
that
he's
thought.
got the
That thought.
he's got the offense rolling. Travion Henderson, on the other hand,
Bad.
that was an early pick for the Kaiser Sozes, and
I mean, it's not necessarily all. It's really just not a volume. There's no volume.
no
Like, it's
volume.
not like he's playing bad. He's
8 carries through
just
first
not
two
playing. He's just
weeks.
not
8
playing.
carries. That's not good.
Yeah, he's not.
And then you got Jay Jetta. Honestly, I think Carson Wentz is probably going to be.
I think he's going to help him. I think he's going to help him.
That's going to help him.
I actually think he's probably going to go off this week, of course, against me.
He probably could. I could see that happening. Marvin Harrison had a decent week 1. There's just something about him that just makes me think if his last name wasn't Harrison, if he wasn't Marvin Harrison Jr., I just don't know. It just feels like there's something missing there. You look at a guy like Malik Neighbors, and then you look at a guy like Marvin, and to me, there's just a clear difference between those two players.
Yeah.
And so
I mean,
I don't know about Marvin. I don't know about Marvin.
If Brock Purdy wasn't hurt, I'd be feeling a lot better about Ricky Pearsall. But then again, old boy Mac over there has
Slinging it, dude.
played some good football.
Mac was slinging it. Overall, though, I don't really like this team either.
If JCM could come in and be a serviceable RB2 for you, that would be a huge help to
That'd be huge.
take the
That'd be
pressure
huge.
off of Henderson. I'd feel a lot better about this team with an RB2, much like I would feel about my team. Go ahead, Tegan. Go ahead and rip into
Okay, let's get to the Kraken at the 12 spot.
Rip into the squid.
My co-host, the
On
Kraken,
paper, it's not bad, dude.
comes in with the draft strategy. Pretty much completely pivots off of this strategy because of the way the board fell.
Completely pivoted.
So-
Never,
so what do
never
you think?
never in the history of fantasy football have I ever taken no running backs in the first 3 rounds. Never done it. For the first 4 rounds. Their first 4 rounds.
First 4 rounds. So he goes Malik Neighbors, which I think that's gonna be just fine. Malik absolutely balled last week. We like Malik a lot.
He's got 12 targets and 13 targets in his first 2.
Yeah, we love that. Russ is feeding him the ball. Russ has got the moon ball. Malik's got the moon run. It's going to be good as long as Russ is playing. And I think if Dart plays, I think it'll still be good because Malik is already probably a top 5 receiver in the NFL. And then it gets bad. Then it goes to Drake London, who Cody drafted 16, 17 overall. The guy is wide receiver 55 right now.
He had 15 targets in week 1.
15 targets. What did he do with that?
Not fucking much. 9
catches for 55 yards. So you got Drake London. And then,
I'm gonna get off the soapbox. I'm gonna let you go. Just go.
He didn't take the rest of the ownership sports knowledge into factor because every mock draft you see AJ Brown going in the second round, right? It's AJ Brown. Come on. So Cody's like, oh, okay, well, AJ is clearly not going to make it back to me, and then he does, and then Cody panics. He says, "What do I do now? I gotta draft AJ Brown." AJ Brown is wide receiver. Check this out. Wide receiver 91. He is wide receiver 91 on the year. That is what you would call a big miss on AJ Brown. We all saw it. You didn't see it. It was one of those guys you felt like you had to have because he slipped too much. But that offense, I saw a stat the other day. Jalen Hurts has the second most time to throw of any no, the most time to throw of any quarterback in the NFL, and his average depth of target is last in the NFL. So he just sits back there chilling, and then he dumps it off about 2 yards.
How old is
And
he? He's 28 years old.
we don't like the AJ Brown pick, and then it just gets even uglier after that. We got Isaiah Pacheco, looks terrible. They can't run the ball. The guy might get his job taken by Brashard Smith. Who knows what's going to happen in Kansas City? I guess J.K. Dobbins is kind of a saving grace to some extent. 14 and 15 through the first 2 weeks. That's pretty much your only bright spot besides Malik Neighbors. Rolling out Caleb Williams. Are we going to paint our nails this Sunday, maybe in tribute to old Caleb? Also has two other quarterbacks on the bench. So I was talking to him before the pod. When your team is not good, you don't stack three quarterbacks. You got to go get players to make your team better. Because I don't know what you're going to do each week and just look at the matchup and play your best quarterback. Then you got Trey Benson as your RB3. DK Metcalf looks pretty solid. George Kittle, that's a bad one for you, unfortunately. The injury
That
there.
fucked me. It fucked me.
And then you got Joey Mixon there. You're hoping he's doing some kind of horse tranquilizer, some kind of
Oh, go down to South America.
yes, he
Go get
needs
fucking baby fetus
themselves.
injected in you. Please, Joe Mixon, I will fund your stem cell baby injections.
Mixon needs to
Please.
come back.
Not only for my fantasy football team's sake, but for the Texans.
The
Fucking.
Texans, they need him. So overall, this is just a bad couple.
In all honesty, is it the worst team in the league? In
Probably
all
so.
honesty.
Probably so. I think it's
You think
maybe
so?
I think I
Not
think
just
it's
because I'm
maybe
on this podcast with you. You think it's the worst team in the league?
I think it's maybe you or Schmig. I think you or Schmig.
You really think AJ Brown and Drake London are going to end up as wide outside the
No,
top 30
no.
by the end of the year?
I think AJ Brown is going to be. You're never going to feel happy starting him. You're never going to feel happy about it.
I can't. The issue is I'm gonna have to keep DK Metcalf on my bench every fucking week because
The
I just
moment you bench AJ Brown, he's going to go for 120 and 2 touchdowns. That's the problem.
yeah.
I don't like this team. I think there's maybe some upside to go from
There's
12
guys there, dude. There's
from,
guys.
from 12 to 10, but I don't like the prospects of this team at all. Um, Let me just go through a quick couple things and then we'll wrap this up. So back to the draft, just a fun little leaderboard players through the first two
Yeah.
weeks, which a lot of football left, but just a couple interesting facts. Fact number one: Danny Dimes, who I mentioned earlier, is QB2 right now in fantasy. Who you do have on your team? Not starting him this week, but Danny's looking good. Danny looks really good. And then you got in the running back slot, you got James Cook at RB1, who was taken 14th overall. Then you got Bijan and JT, both top guys. RB4, Javonte Williams, who was the 36th running back taken. Javonte Williams is the RB4 right now. And then you got CMC at 5. Another guy, ETN, is the 7th ranked running back right now, and he was the 35th running back taken. So the Javonte and ETN picks look really good. Another interesting on the receivers, you got your studs at the top, Malik, Puka, ASB, but then you got Rome Odunze at 4, Zay Flowers at 5, and Quentin Johnston at 6. So there was a lot of, good steals in the mid rounds of the draft on the receivers. Granted, it's 2 weeks. We know that could change. And here's what's interesting: tight ends. As you mentioned, tight ends are not performing well this year. Kraft, number one, we talked about that, one of the best picks of the draft thus far. And then number 2 tight end, Zach Ertz, undrafted. Number 3 tight end, Juwan Johnson, undrafted. So the tight ends, we thought this was the year, like, dude, tight ends are deep this year. We got 15 guys that we can roll out there that could all get 12, 14 points a week. It's not looking that way thus far.
You
Jawan
know, my
Johnson.
draft strategy was fucking right, taking Kittle early on.
Yeah. And then here's what you got. You got AJ Brown, wide receiver 91. Devontae Smith, wide receiver 67. Phillies receivers not looking good. Calvin Ridley, wide receiver 60. McLaurin, wide receiver 64. Drake London, wide receiver 55. A bunch of guys.
Travis, give me some stats on Travis Hunter and Matthew Golden. Where are they at?
They're way down there. They're way down there. Neither of those guys look great. I would say Matthew Golden is only playing about 50% of snaps. He has been open. If you watch the tape, he gets open. I think he could come on later in the season. However, in Green Bay typical fashion, Jordan Love is just spreading the ball around. That's what the Packers have done for years, and that's what they're going to continue to do. One week it's Devontae Wicks, the next week it's Romeo Dobbs. Jaden Reed's hurt right now, but so that might help Golden a little bit. I think he'll play some more. Tucker Kraft's in the mix. Shit, Malik Heath is making catches on the sideline. Do you know who Malik Heath is? Probably not, but he's
I
making
have no
plays.
fucking clue. Who is that guy?
Yeah, they're spreading the ball
I couldn't
around.
tell you if he's a tight end or a
He's a
receiver.
receiver. He's a receiver and wears number 18.
Is
Looks
he,
kind of swaggy.
is
I
he a
believe he
rookie?
went to UCLA. About a third-year player. He's making plays. So the Packers spread the ball around. Um, I think the rookie receivers, the guy that clearly stands out to me is Egbuka
Sorry,
and McMillan.
Tutty, Josh Allen to Khalil Shakir.
Khalil Shakir Tutty. So it's 28-27 now in Buffalo.
28-21. 28-21.
28-21 in Buffalo.
7 minutes to go.
Oh wow, I could see another Tyreek Hill touchdown, and I'm gonna hate it, but I'm gonna love it, but I'm also gonna hate it. I can't believe I benched him.
James Cook, 101 and a tutty.
Yeah, we love that. I mean, great pick, Brax. Let's wrap it up here. We're giving real quick Tiger Vision shout out to the Trumpsters
It's a double whammy, actually,
who
both on
picked
me.
up Drake May, which also results in the Schmig of the week, Cody, who dropped Drake May in lieu of Justin Fields. Justin Fields gets 3 points, gets hurt near the end of the game. Not a good move.
You know, I actually fell asleep last week, and so I see that Justin Fields is injured and had 3 points, and I'm like, oh, I'm not happy about it, but like I'm like, that's fantasy football. You get hurt early in the game, you get 3 points. No, 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 no. He played to the fourth quarter.
Yep,
He
it was
played to the
bad.
fourth quarter and had 3 points.
After lighting it up the week before, nobody blames you for that. I don't think it was a terrible pickup, but the Drake May thing was kind of a obvious play there.
Again, to the people of the league, you don't play for just 1 week. You play for the whole year. And my thought was, look, I know Justin Fields is a boom bust quarterback, and there will be weeks where he has 15 or 12, but his floor is high with the rushing upside. I like his upside long term more than Drake May, who, yes, had a juicy matchup, which is why I hated the thought of dropping him. Um, the issue is I have a bench spot taken up by my IR guy because I only have one IR spot. So I have two IR spots, and so it's tight, man. It's tight in there, but you know what? I love that I know Caleb doesn't like it. The reduced benches makes for fun football, and it's not fun when you're like me, but it
It's
is
active management.
that
It's
it makes
active
it
management.
tough. It makes the league tough. It's the same reason in beer pong we play air balls because we got really good at it, and you got to make it tough. We got good at fantasy. Let's make it tough. Guys, we're entering week 3 territory. Good luck. Again, the season is not dead yet for us 0-2 folk. We still have a shot at
A
this.
lot of ball. A
For the
lot of
2 and
ball.
0 folk, we're coming for you. You know what? The Krakens live in the depths. We live, but then we rise to come up for our prey and we bring them down. We bring them down. All part of the strategy, guys. We don't
We'll
stay
see.
on top of the surface. We hunt from the ground up. Be wary of the squid.
We're
Week
not worried about the Kraken.
week 3.
It's a mythological creature, just like your mythological team. Nobody's gonna see it. Nobody's
Go
gonna
ask
talk.
Davy Jones. Go ask Davy Jones. Knows all
All
about.
right, boys. We'll see y'all next week.
Have a great week. Peace.